Shifley scores!
Welcome to the first game of the Stanley Cup Playoffs, and kicking it off, it's the Blues in the heart of the whiteout to take on the Winnipeg Jets. First goal of the playoffs goes to the Blues. It's a gorgeous top corner snipe on the power play, but the Jets get it right back. It's Shifley on the goal line looking for a man in front, but it rides off the D-man stick and to the back of the net. Jordan Kyrou on the power play walks downhill and fires a beauty to the top corner, and that puts the Jets down by 1 with almost 2 periods to go. Plenty of time to work with, and Mark Shifley gets straight to it, working down low, spins, and finds Iafallo in front, and that's your equalizer. And then, with less than 2 minutes left in the game,
to Shifley. Connor scores!
it's Shifley yet again. He finds Kyle Connor on the flank, and that's the comeback win in Game 1 for the Winnipeg Jets. The Ottawa Senators, they are new here. A lot of guys playing in their first playoff game of their career against some seasoned vets on the other side. This is gonna be a hell of a series. Kicking it off strong, Scotty Lawton with some nice hold-up play at the line, finds OEL walking down the middle and brings Toronto to their feet. Quick note for the Sens side of this, that is terrible defense from Thomas Chabot. He gets caught chasing Lawton to the line and leaves the middle of the ice wide open. A few minutes later, the Sens looking to get the puck deep, but Matthews says yoink, then fires a dart tape to Mitch Marner. Then he goes upstairs on Ullmark on the breakaway, and it's an early 2-0 lead for the Leafs. 4 minutes left in the period, the Sens finally have life. Cousins fires this puck on net. Stolarz does not control the rebound, and Drake Batherson pokes it home to get him his first career playoff goal. The Sens' lack of discipline and experience is really biting them here, as Willie Nylander is gonna walk in off the face-off 5-on-3 and beat Ullmark clean. The Sens do get one back though. They get multiple chances on Stolarz. He stops 1, he stops 2, but he cannot stop number 3. It's Ridley Gregg's first career playoff goal. But the Leafs score 2 more after that, and the Sens decide, nah, we want our pound of flesh. And Domi says, cool, how's my fist taste? Battle of Ontario is alive and well with a nice little brawl at the end here. Leafs take a 1-0 series lead. The Montreal Canadiens kick off Game 1, getting severely out-everything. Outshot, outchanced, out-hit, outmatched, outscored, you name it. But that is the thing with the Montreal Canadiens. You can never fully write them off. 10 minutes left in the third. Habs on the power play. Caulfield finds the loose puck and puts it in the back of the net, now down by just 1 with 5 minutes remaining. It's an absolute circus in the cap zone. They can't clear the puck. Thompson's out in the Pacific Ocean, and it's Nick Suzuki with the patience to find the empty net. Habs fight back from being down 2 all game, and they force overtime. But unfortunately, in overtime, it's the Habs defense that bites them in the butt yet again, leaving roughly about 900 goals alone in front of their nets. Alex Ovechkin's second of the game puts the Caps up by 1 in the series. Heartbreaking for the Habs because that was definitely a winnable game. We got Game 2 of the Blues-Jets series, and Mark Shifley picks up exactly where he left off. He does the thing you're supposed to do in the playoffs. He goes to the net, and somehow this puck finds its way across the line. It may be a lucky one, but you make your own luck, and Shifley drives hard to the net, and he's earned that goal. Blues power play, and it's the rookie Jimmy Snuggerud who wires this puck past Hellebuck, and it is a tied game. And who you call when it is a tie game? That's right, you call Kyle Connor. Silent killer sneaks in behind everyone and buries the game winner for the second straight time in this series. The Jets take both games on home ice and head into St. Louis up 2 in the series.
Because of the pressure of the Kings.
The start of the Oilers series did not go as planned, as the Kings absolutely dominate them early. Let's highlight Evan Bouchard on this third Kings goal. So first, he blindly sends a backhander up the boards, which of course gets intercepted. Then he abandons the net front to chase a guy behind the net. Then he trips over his own man's stick. Then he lays helplessly on the ice as the goal is scored from the area where he probably should have been. Surely it can't get any worse than that. Well, next Kings goal, it's Bouchard again. again with a beautiful behind-the-back pass to the front of the net, tape to tape, but it's to the wrong team. Evan Bouchard, man, you gotta wake up. It's the playoffs, buddy. But it's like I said in the preview, the Oilers still have McDavid and Draisaitl. So here we go. McDavid finds Draisaitl across ice. Oilers are now on the board. Then the Oilers drive to the net like Mark Scheifele does all the time. They jam the thing in, and it is now 4-2. Could there be a comeback brewing? Kevin Fiala says absolutely not. Fish that one out of the back of your net. I don't want to hear anything about a comeback today. But again, it's McDavid in the corner. He comes out and finds Perry in front. 5-3 now with 12 minutes left. And then he does it again. Same exact play. McDavid out of the corner. This time he finds Hyman in front, and now it is 5-4. You can all see where this is going. It's McDavid again. This time he comes in off the right flank, beats Kemper to the 5-hole, and that is your equalizer. McDavid, 4 points, puts the team on his back and forces the game into overtime. Oh, the Kings find the game winner with less than 40 seconds remaining, and that's just heartbreak. Questionable back check there from 29. Maybe he could have caught up to Deneau, who knows? But the Oilers fall 6-5 in the final minute of the game, despite Connor McDavid's best efforts. Game 2 of the Battle of Ontario, and Willie Nylander is dancing early. He gets past his man with ease, sends it to the net, and finds noted goal scorer Morgan Rielly at the net front. It goes in off of his skate, and it is 1-0 Leafs early. Again, questionable defense there from Thomas Chabot. You gotta close on Nylander faster than that. The Sens take their first penalty of the game, and within 15 seconds, it's in the back of the net. JT looking for Nyes in front. It goes in off the D-man, and the Leafs power play simply cannot stop scoring. Ridley Gregg trying to get some net front positioning, and Tony Stoli is having none of it. Gives him some chops and whacks, and then a few seconds later, just completely bodies the guy. Hey, if you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen. Sens finally get one on the power play. Brady looking for a man in front, and it goes in off of Carlo and into the net. That type of goal happens a lot in this series. Put the puck on net, kids. The Sens cut the Leafs lead in half with plenty of time remaining. Ottawa's first shot of the third period is what ends up being the equalizer. Oliver Ekman-Larsson drops the puck for a ghost, apparently, and the Sens capitalize off the turnover with a perfect tip from Adam Gaudette in front. And so, here we are, Battle of Ontario in overtime.
He's in over the line, dropping for Max. Max into the slot, shooting, scores! Max Domi scores for Toronto in overtime!
Simon Benoit, big number 6 guy, breaking in 1-on-4, driving to the net for the screen is what allows this goal to happen. Ullmark doesn't see a piece of this thing thanks to that flyby screen, and you really gotta question the Sens defense in this one. If Max Domi and Simon Benoit breaking in 2-on-4 ends this game, you gotta fix your structure, and you gotta do it fast, because now you're down by 2 in the series, heading back to Ottawa, or better known as cheaper Toronto. Habs Caps series is really starting to heat up here. Some heavy hits, some good cross checks. The intensity between these two teams is rising. The Canadiens look to take a game in Washington, and this is exactly how you do that. Great start here from Christian Dvorak. He does a great job getting to the front of the net and slides it under the pad of Logan Thompson. But yet again, the Habs without the puck leaves much to be desired. Connor McMichael wins this puck along the boards, takes it around uncontested, and then collects his rebound, and his centering pass goes in off of David Savard and in. If you ask me, just a little too much time and space for Connor McMichael there, especially in the playoffs. Speaking of defense, I'm just gonna freeze it here while I give Habs fans a moment to throw something. This is just simply not good enough. It's actually quite embarrassing, to be honest. The Habs actually do get a chance to equalize it here, but Jake Evans from 4 feet out misses the gaping empty net. Man, oh man, that is nightmare fuel. The Habs simply not good enough. They head back to Montreal with some serious ground to make up. But you're not in trouble until you lose at home. Well, that is unless you're the Edmonton Oilers. In 2 games of this series, the Oilers have been outscored 12-7 and have not looked like the better team once. and that trend continues here tonight. The Oilers let the Kings in way too easily, and nobody picks up the streaking defenseman who buries the puck in front. Then it's Evan Bouchard yet again. He commits to just watching Quinton Byfield roof it on his goalie for a 2-0 lead. Leon Draisaitl gets the Oilers back in the game with a nice redirection in front from John Klingberg, and then Victor Arvidsson gets a beautiful tip in front and puts the Oilers within 1, but then Adrian Kempe makes it 4-2. Side note, no man should have this much time and space in the playoffs. And then he gets his second of the night, rips a beauty top shelf, 6-2 Kings. Good night, sweet prince. The Oilers need to find an answer fast, or this one is going to be over in Edmonton. The stage is set for Game 3. The two Ontario teams battle it out in the nation's capital for the first time in this series. And for the first time in this series, the Sens score first. It's a 5-on-3. Giroux rips it through the screen of Tkachuk, and the Sens are alive. They take the lead for the first time in this series. Leafs get a power play of their own, and it's Nylander who fires it on. It's a great block shot from the Sens, but Nice collects it, tries to center the puck, and would you look at that, it's in off the D-man, and it's a 1-1 game. Get pucks to the net. First shot of the third period, and it's Marner behind the net with the gorgeous one-touch feed in front to Austin Matthews, and the Leafs take the lead right back in the first minute of the third. And I mean, poor Linus Ullmark, he had no shot. Guys looking the other way the whole time. You can tell by that celly from the captain that this was a massive goal for him and the Leafs. And similar to Game 2, the Sens' first shot of the period is one that ties this thing up. It was the captain for Toronto, and now it's the captain for the Sens. Tkachuk gets it and just rips it top blocker. He uses the D-man as a screen, and it is 2-2 with 6 minutes to go as Brady to captain hypes up his hometown crowd. Off to OT we go, 2 minutes in, and it's an offensive zone face-off for the Leafs.
The Canadian Tire Center's rocking. Matthews wins the draw. Benoit scores!
Maple Leaf Square is alive and bumping, and it's Simon Benoit. The guy just fires a clapper on net, and it's in. Ullmark did not see a second of it because big boys Matty Nyes and Austin Matthews are in his vision. Simon Benoit scores the biggest goal of his life, and the Leafs take the 3-0 series lead for the first time in the Austin Matthews era. Yet another heartbreaker for the Sens. Connor Hellebuyck and the Winnipeg Jets allow 7 goals to the St. Louis Blues in Game 3, providing a massive statement game for the Blues, basically saying, no, Winnipeg, it is not going to be that easy. What went wrong in this game for the Jets? Well, let's go goal by goal. So, first one, Blues throw the puck towards the net. It's a very friendly bounce to the side, and Connor is late on his assignment. I don't really fault Hellebuyck in this one at all. Second goal, Blues power play. Thomas finds Buchnevich in the slot for a perfect bumper redirect play. Again, I'm having a hard time blaming Hellebuyck here. Sandberg has to tie up his man in front. Third goal, Thomas holds up at the line, finds a streaking Cam Fowler through the middle, and yeah, I think you'd like a glove save there from Hellebuyck, but where's the defense from the Jets? Why is a defenseman walking in alone down the middle of the ice like that? Okay, well, this one is definitely on Hellebuyck. I mean, he's just a little too casual with the puck behind his net. Thomas pounces on him, and Buchnevich gets the empty netter for his second. Fifth goal, the Jets are killing a 5-on-3, but a battle along the boards makes it a 4-on-2 temporarily, and Kyrou rips this thing. I genuinely don't think Hellebuyck saw it at all. If Sandberg is gonna stand there, he's gotta get a piece of it because Hellebuyck can't see the thing. Goal number 6, well, Blues get in on the forecheck, they work it to the other side of the ice, and Neighbors perfectly sells shot, and it's a wide open bumper redirect again from Toropchenko. I don't entirely blame Hellebuyck for this loss, but he certainly didn't help. The Jets need to be better defensively, especially clearing their net front moving forward. Game 3 between the Canadiens and the Capitals, and it's at the Bell Center. You will struggle to find anything better than playoff hockey in Montreal. The building is the definition of electric.
Bill Hook to Carrier, shooting, scores!
Just before the first period ends, it's Carrier who dances on the blue line, lets go of a wrister, and we got a 1-1 game here in Montreal as this puck sails past all those bodies and into the back of the net. Scramble draw in the offensive zone, and it's the captain, Nick Suzuki, who shovels this one over the blocker on the power play for a 2-1 lead. And then the Habs ruin it by giving Jacob Chychrun way too much time and space, and we're tied up yet again. I believe this is Demidov's man. Not sure what he's doing all the way over there, but you live and you learn, I guess. Small scare here for the Habs fans. It appears Monty had something bothering him in his leg, so now it's Jacob Dobish time. Well, it will be once he boots up, I guess. 14 seconds left in the second. Caulfield gets in on the forecheck, forces the turnover, and Lane Hudson finds him backdoor to regain the lead just before the clock hits 0. Not sure what the thought process was there from Sandin, but the Habs are going to take that all day. Remember back when I said the intensity of this rivalry is rising? Well, at the end of the second period, Tom Wilson and Josh Anderson end up scrapping it up here in the Capitals bench. Look, I've been watching hockey for a very, very long time, and let me just say I cannot remember a time where this has ever happened. Wilson and Anderson are on the floor, on the bench. Everyone's got a partner throwing punches. It's complete pandemonium here in Montreal. Now, apparently, this was brewing. Jekai got the nod in this game, and he finds his target early. Gets acquainted with Mr. Wilson and Warmy, sends some friendly chirps, and then the Habs start to target Wilson more than any other player and really just try and get under Wilson's skin. Well, it appears it worked because I guess Wilson just simply had enough, and he just starts wailing on Josh Anderson at the end of the period here. Tom Wilson calls the Habs a bunch of crybabies while the Bell Center is just having fun.
Wow.
Anyways, back to the hockey, boys and girls. Strome finds Ovi off the rush, and we're tied yet again. Fortunately for the Habs, though, that would be the last goal the Washington Capitals score in this game. The Canadians completely take over this game, scoring 3 unanswered and ignite the Bell Center.
Hands it off. Caulfield, top touch. Score! Get a puck for Kapanen. Scores!
They are right back into this series. They take it 6-3. The Oilers host the Kings here in Edmonton for Game 3, looking to do the exact same thing the Habs just did. And similar to the Habs, scoring the first goal of the game within the first 5 minutes definitely helps them do just that. Great work beneath the goal line from Hyman and McDavid, and it's an even nicer finish in tight from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Oilers power play, back of the net. Didn't take long for them to strike on the man advantage as Bouchard just sends a boosh bomb, and it's a 2-0 game. The Kings then wake up and silence the home crowd. It's Kempe, high glove. Then it's Fiala on the power play, high glove. Then it's Drew Doughty, glove side through traffic, and it is 3-2. It appears the Kings have the book on Calvin Pickard, but the Oilers simply don't care. Connor Brown does an excellent job getting lost in front of the net. He makes it 3-3, but literally 9 seconds later, Trevor Moore walks past Jake Wallman, drives to the net, and pokes it right through Pickard's legs. You can see by the look on McDavid's face, he sees this and thinks, it's another one of these nights, eh? All right. And the Oilers accept the challenge. McDavid goes to work behind the goal line, gets the puck in the chaos, and Evander Kane bangs the thing in for a 4-4 game.
Tied at 4. Here's Draisaitl. The blue shot.
Gorgeous power play set play there from the Oilers to take the lead. You want to see the most Zach Hyman shift ever? Kings looking for a goal at the empty net. Hyman sees Doughty struggling with the puck and just completely flattens the guy. Sends the puck up ice to McDavid. He collects it, buries the empty netter, and the Oilers get right back into the series. They take it 7-4. It's game number 4 here in the Battle of Ontario, and just like in game 3, the Sens score first. Puck gets worked around to Stützle. He blasts the one-timer past Stolarz, and in a must-win game, the Sens have the lead. Leafs on the power play. They lose the 50-50 battle on the boards, and Shane Pinto takes off. He finds the gap, slides it 5-hole, and the Sens are now up 2-0. But yet again, it's the Leafs. They get one right back. It's Nylander walking in, and it's a textbook shot pass to Johnny T in front. Perfect redirection. Linus Ullmark's not even looking the right way. Marner in his own zone wins the puck battle back, then ships it up up ice to an area, and Matthew Nyes completely takes over from there. He burns Zub, undresses Ullmark, goes upstairs, and ties this thing up at 2. What an individual effort. Halfway through the third, the puck goes to Zub. He perfectly sells shot, and it's a wide open tap in for David Perron. Pretty much carbon copy of the Nylander Tavares goal we just saw. What a highly skilled play in such a key moment of the game. The Sens take a 3-2 lead. Rebound off to the side for Johnny T, but Ullmark gets across, and then Clevin backs this thing out of the air to safety. Honestly, that's 100% a goal if Clevin does not make contact with that puck. Excellent positioning from him. But again, it's William Nylander with an insane cross-ice pass to find OEL creeping in backdoor, and he buries it. High game yet again. Off to overtime we go. And in overtime, it's Batherson chasing Tanev behind the net, but he gets his stick in the face of Tanev. There is blood, and it is a 4-minute power play for the Leafs in a next goal wins scenario. Well, I mean, they got 6 shots and even hit the post, but no goals were scored. And the Sens collected that momentum and channeled it.
Got a piece of that. Played to the line, but not out. Sanderson helps.
The Ottawa Senators have their first win of the playoffs, keeping the series alive. That goal looks mighty familiar. It's the same way the Leafs have won in overtime many times. I mean, look at the mess of bodies in front. Stolars definitely did not see this thing at all. Good awareness from Sanderson to just throw the thing on net, and we will have a Game 5 on Tuesday in Toronto. That's all we got for this week's playoff action, ladies and gentlemen. We're going week to week, so of course, keep an eye out for next week's video for more playoff coverage. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. If you really liked it, share it with one of your friends and hit the subscribe button. It is free and it really helps us out over here at True North Hockey. Let us know in the comments who you think has looked the best out of the Canadian teams, and let us know who you think is actually disappointing. And we'll see you next week for more playoff coverage.